Okay, so as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I got stuck inside of a clothing store one night as an employee. That's not part of my job description. All right, so let's back up a little bit. This was the very first job that I ever had. I believe I got it in high school. I wanted to be a contributing member of my family. Bring home that money to buy stuff and support the household needs. So that's what I did. I mean, I make it sound easy, like getting a job is not easy. I was very, very, very thankful to get that job. Originally, it was a truck job, so I would be going in the morning. It's what both of my siblings did at their respective positions. And then they turned out, well, I got hired, okay, after the group interview. And then they actually needed someone to do dress shirts in the men's section of the store. I.e. folding them, getting stuck with pins in your finger, and organizing them, basically making it look really, really pretty in that section. It was hard to make it look pretty all the time. You would have someone that would just sit on them and just push all the shirts off, and that was that. But I might make different videos or something about tales about that. So this is about a few weeks in, like I said, very new at this job, and again, this is my very first job, especially like in retail, so I didn't know some of these things at the time. And I had my first closing shift, baby's first closing shift. So, on my schedule, it was like, you work until 9:20, okay? Now, having worked at other retail positions and whatnot, I know that means you will leave pretty much between 9, which is when the store closed, to 9:20, to possibly past that if things are not completed around the store so that the store can close. Now I know that. Then I didn't. So I followed my schedule to the T, and I worked until 9:20. So that night, I am working in dress shirts as I am. I'm folding, refolding, sorting, doing whatever at my little folding table. I clunked around. It was really noisy. Anyways, and my coworkers in the men's section, where I really, 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 really loved them. They were great. They were good. They were a good team. They were leaving. Store was closed. They were leaving, and they were just like, get out of here. You're done. Get out of the dress shirt section. And, where I was like 8 hours, between 4 and 8 hours a day. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna finish this one. Okay. I think I actually did 2 or something. And I have my little watch. Okay, so I'm checking the time. And they're gone. They go there, they go back, probably 2, and exit out the front doors, which is what we did there. And I check my watch, and I'm like, okay, it's 9:20 now. I'm gonna go. It's probably more like 9:21 or something like that. But I put away the last dress shirt, and I take my little cart and go clunk, go in, and I take care of it, put it where it needs to go, and I go to the back, and I clock out, and I feel like a really good worker. I'm like, yeah, I'm bringing home that money to help the family and stuff like that, and I'm contributing to the family structure. And I don't know what that's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be. And so I leave the back room, and I'm like, like, all the lights are off, like, okay. And I don't see anyone. I don't hear anyone. More on that later. And and I get to the front doors, because this is always where I exited out, because I normally work during the day, and I believe it or not, that's exactly where they exit out at night too. But if I have it, I go. I'm off my shift. I'm leaving off, right? No, actually. I go to the doors and they're locked. Every single one. And there's a lot of these doors, front doors, and every single one is locked. And I'm like, oh, okay, well maybe there's a specific one. I think I tried them like a few times, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I locked in? And I think I have this moment of panic, and then I'm not sure what I'm thinking at this point, and I just kind of like I walk back where I came. I'm not sure what I was supposed to call this, but you know what? The doors were locked. I know this from video games. The door is locked. You have to go back and find another way. And so that's what I did. And I'm walking down the aisle, and like the music, I think even at that point, like stops playing. I'm like, hmm. Now it occurs to me that unless it was set on a timer, that maybe someone was there to turn off the music. But I don't know. I didn't hear anyone. And I did not see anyone. So I'm walking down the aisle back to somewhere, the back room. I don't know, the break room somewhere. And walk by this mannequin, and I'm just like, and this horror vision flashes through my brain. I'm just like, I am going to be sleeping under that mannequin. I am going to have my head on that awful heavy stand, and I'm going to be looking up at his chiseled chin, and I'm just going to be like, this is my life. Like, this is my night. Not my life. I would find out eventually. Like the next morning. I don't know. And I was just like, that's gonna be my night. Like this is just what it is. And then I keep on walking, leave that horrific image behind, and I see the phones near one of the registers. And again, I'm new, okay? And I walk up to the phones in desperation, because my phone is dying. My personal cell phone is dying as well, which is, yeah, of course it is. And I go to the phone and I look at it, and it occurs to me at that point, like, I'm just like, I have no idea how to use these phones. I haven't even done an intercom thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to do an out call or something like that. And I look at it, and as I'm staring at it, I'll never forget this moment. It's just like the line goes dead, and it's just like the phones are gone too. And I think at that point, I start to panic. I'm just going, no. I like speed walk, and I keep on walking down the aisle. And like I said, I don't know where I'm going. And for whatever reason, when I'm walking, because I'm just like, excuse me, do I go to the offices? I don't know. I don't know what's going through my brain at that point. Besides that, this is probably on some security camera somewhere. And I'm like, well, you know, it is. But for whatever reason, I flash back to my training, which was not that long ago. And I remember her going over the emergency exits. And for whatever reason, I don't remember the one that I just walked by that's on the first floor. So that's the thing. But I do remember the one that's in the break room. And so I go up the flight of stairs as fast as I can. I'm like, oh my gosh, please. Because the break room is on the second floor. And I go past the lockers, and I find the door. At first, I'm just like, oh, please be there. And I go down the stairs, and I'm like running down the stairs at this point. I don't know what I was going to do if like the door didn't open, but spoiler alert, it opened, and it was great. I don't know if it set off an alarm or anything. I didn't remember hearing one, but you know what? No one ever brought it up. Yeah, but more on that later. So I burst through the doors, and I get out into the night air, and I just start sobbing. I'm like, ah. My sibling picks me up, and they just so happen to be driving around the building where the emergency exit is at that point. And they see me, and I get in the car in the passenger seat. I'm just like, they're just like, what's wrong? What is wrong? And I'm just like, I gotta go locked in. And they're just like, well, you're out now. Like, you're fine. I'm like, yeah, I am. So, yeah, so that's that. I feel like I probably forgot a few things that I was just like, yeah, more on that later. I'll put a note in the description or something. Oh, but right, I do remember one of the things. So, yeah, so, I mean, no one brought it up. I always made sure, though, to, get out, on time with everyone else at buddy system, trio system, quintet system. It definitely made it so at every other job I have ever done, I always make sure that I can hear someone or see someone in the vicinity when I'm working, especially near closing. I get a little nervous at closing, but it's good. It's good. So everything turned out all right. I learned a valuable lesson and something that I never did again. And never happened to me again. So that was great. But yeah, I can now laugh about it, even if it was vaguely terrifying at the time. But just like my sibling said, you're out, and everything was okay. So I hope you had a lovely day. Continue to have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one with another story. See ya.